Good morning. I am your new social science teacher. How are you? Hope you are fine. So, stay home, stay safe. Today we are discussing about our country. What is its size, where it is located, and what is its position among the world nation. So, our chapter's name is Size and Location. Chapter 1, India Size and Location. Then, before entering to our topic, let us explain some fundamental facts about our country. The first point is, India is the largest country, or India is the one of the land of diversity with ancient tradition and also the magnificent landscape. So, we can write it as India is the land of remarkable diversity. Then the second one is India is one of the oldest civilized country in the world. So, we have the oldest civilization. Second point is oldest civilization in the world. Then the third one is India is the land of mixed culture. Land of mixed culture. Then the fourth one is, when we examine the last 5 decades, we can see that our country is developed socially, geographically, economically and politically. Social, geographical, political and economical areas. So, these are the fundamental features about our country. I repeat, it is the land of remarkable diversity. Then the second one is, it is one of the oldest civilization in the world. Then the third one is, it is the land of mixed culture. And the fourth one is, it is developed more in social, geographical, political and economical areas. Then, when we consider our economic position, we can say India is the 6th largest economy in the world. 6th largest economy in the world. Then, do you know about our exact size? Let us check. So, for this purpose, I am providing some information for you. So, our next heading is size of our country. Size of our country. For this, I am providing some information for you. The first one is, India is the 7th largest country in the world. 7th largest country in the world? Among 196 nations. Then another feature is India's lands boundary. India's lands boundary is around 15,200 kilometers. Then the next is India's coastline. It is around 7,516.6 kilometers. This including both Andaman and Nicobar Island, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island. Lakshadweep Island. These two islands are included with our coastline. Then the third, India is spread over 3.28 million kilometers. That is, it is almost 2.4% of total geographical area. So these are the important terms related to the size of our country. The first one is India is the 7th largest country in the world. Then the second one is its land boundary is 15,200 kilometers and its coastline including both Andaman Nicobar Island and also the Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6 kilometers. Lastly, it is spread 3.28 million kilometers and it is almost 2.4% of total geographical area. This is the features related to the size of our country. Then, when we enter to our topic, another topic, that is location. But before going to our location, let us check our previous knowledge. That is, don't worry, nothing. That is about our globe. So I think you are already learned it in your previous classes. So let us rewind it. Okay. So we can see the globe. We can say the globe is the actual shape of our earth. So when we divide this globe in two manner, one is in the horizontal way and another one is in the vertical way. When we divide globe in an horizontal manner, we can call the two parts as northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. We can locate our country in the northern hemisphere. Then when we divide our globe in vertical manner, we can see our country in the eastern hemisphere and the second part is western hemisphere. So by the division of globe, we can locate our country in two manner. One is eastern hemisphere, another one is northern hemisphere. So this is the division of the globe. Then for explaining this globe, I have to write some lines included in this globe with their degrees. So let us write what are the lines included in this globe and also with their degrees. Different lines in the globe. They are, the first one is equator. Equator is an imaginary line which divides the two poles or two parts of the globe. So equator is the line with 0 degree. Then the second is two poles. First one is North Pole with 90 degree north, and the second one is South Pole with 90 degree south. Then the second is, another term is circle. There are two circles. One is Arctic Circle with 66 and half degree in north, and another is Antarctic Circle, that is with 66 and half degree with south. Then there are also two lines. They are Tropic of Cancer with 23 and half degree north, and also the Tropic of Capricorn that is also 23 and half degree south. And another thing is also here, that is two lines also here. So I repeat, equator, two poles, that is North Pole and South Pole, two circles, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, then Tropic of Cancer, 23 and half degree north, Tropic of Capricorn, 23 and half degree south. Over this, there are also two lines, and these lines are more important for locating our country. So these lines we called as latitudinal and longitudinal lines. What is latitudinal and longitudinal lines? Latitudinal lines are horizontal in nature. Horizontal in nature. And longitudinal lines are vertical in nature. Longitudinal lines are horizontal in nature, and also the longitudinal lines are vertical in nature. These are the basic concepts when we deal with a globe. So now we examine where is our country located. Let us take it with the help of some degrees. Before that, I am telling you some facts like, when we consider this globe, the total area of this globe is 360 degree. So we just write some calculation, okay? Total degree is 360 degree. But we consider this 360 as 24 hours. And 50 degree is equal to 1 hour. And 1 degree equal to 4 minutes. Therefore, 15 into 4 equal to 60 minutes. These are already learned in your previous classes, but just for rewind it, I just write here. Okay? 360 degrees considered as 24 hours, 15 degree is equal to 1 hour and 1 degree equal to 4 minutes. Therefore, 15 into 4 equal to 60 minutes. Okay. Then, when we locate our country in these two lines, how it can be? Okay, let us see. Let us draw two lines. One is longitudinal manner and another one is latitudinal manner. Okay. So, when we take our country in a latitudinal area or latitudinal manner, we can write the location of our country as 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north. When we consider our location in a longitudinal manner, we can write it as 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. And this is the location of India. When we consider the portion including this, it is right as around 30 degree. Okay. So, this is our country India. When we include the location of India within these two lines, we consider it as 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north in latitudinal areas and 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east in the longitudinal area, and the total area including this is 30 degree. I think you understood this. Okay. Then we enter to another topic, that is India and the world. Before that, one more topic also, that is the distances of the location. Distances of the location. In this topic, we can see which distance or which location is higher than the another location. When we consider the east, west distance and north, south distance, we can say that east-west distance is smaller than the north-south distance. East-west distance is smaller than the north-south distance. And also one more thing is, when we consider this southeast area, we can see Andaman Nicobar Islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And when we consider this portion, that is the southern west portion or southwest area, we can see Lakshadweep Islands, Lakshadweep Islands in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So, this is the things related to the distances of location. I repeat, when we consider the distances between these two locations, we can see that east-west distance is smaller than north-south distance. And also when we consider the areas between south and east, we can see the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and when we consider the south and west areas, we can see the Lakshadweep Islands in the Bay of Bengal and also the Arabian Sea. Then we move to our next topic, that is India and the world in the case of trade relation and also the commerce. India and the world. For explaining this, some points are related. The first point is Indian land mass is the central location of East-West Asia. What is it? Indian land mass is the central location of East-West Asia. Is the central location. Then the second point is India is the southward extension of Asian continent. What is it? India is the southward extension of Asian continent. Southward extension of Asian continent. Then the third is the peninsula, namely Deccan. Deccan Peninsula helps us to establish a close contact with West Asia. Deccan Peninsula helps to establish a close contact with West Asia. Okay. Then the last one is there is no other country than India has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. So I repeat the points related to the topic India and the world. Indian land mass is the central location of East and West Asia. Then the second point is India is the southward extension of Asian continent. Then the third is the Deccan Peninsula helps to establish a close contact with West Asia. And the last is there is no other country than India has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. Then the another topic is our trade and commerce. Our trade and commerce. We can say that India is keeping a large and important trade relations with the world nation. So our trade and commerce. Trade and commerce. So the explanation of this concept is related to the following points. The first one is land route is one of the oldest means of contraction of India with the world nation. What is it? The land route. The land route is the oldest means of contract of India. Means of contract. India's contract. And then there is also other routes across the mountains providing the passages to the travelers, but the oceans are restricted such interactions. So the second one is passes across the mountains. Then the third one is the roots contributed to the exchange of trade and commodity and also the ideas and commodities since the ancient time itself. So, the roots contributed exchange of to the exchange of ideas and commodities. Then the fourth is the things like merchandise items, were taken from our country. To other countries. These are the points related to the trade and commerce, and we get some advantages also through the trade and commerce. They are the advantages through the trade and commerce. The first one is Upanishads and Ramayana. The second is Indian numerals. Then the third is decimal system. Fourth is influence of Greek sculpture. And the last one is architectural styles of domes and minarets. So, let us say these are the points related to the advantages through trade and commerce to our country. The first is Upanishads and Ramayana, Indian numerals, decimal systems, influence of Greek sculpture, architectural styles of domes and minarets. They can see from the West Asia, but we can see these different parts of our country. Then we move to the last topic of this chapter, or when we move to today's last topic, that is the India and her neighbors. Okay, India and her neighbors. So, first of all, we can write some name of some countries. India and her neighbors. We can say India is the vast political country and who dominate or who has great importance in the world history. So, India shares her neighborhood with Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar and Bangladesh. And by reminding this, we have some islands also. Let us explain after this, okay? Pakistan, Afghanistan. These two countries are shared our neighborhood in the north-west area. And the countries like China, Nepal, Bhutan, these shared in the north area. And the countries Myanmar and Bangladesh shared our neighborhood, or we shared our neighborhood with these countries in the east area. I repeat, Pakistan, Afghanistan in the northwest region, China, Nepal, Bhutan in the north region, Myanmar, Bangladesh in the east region. Then our southern neighbors also here. Let us see who were the southern neighbors. Southern neighbors are two islands. They are Sri Lanka and also the Maldives. Sri Lanka is the island which is separated from India through the narrow continent is named Park Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, and the Maldives we can see in the southern part of our country. So for this, let us see our neighbors in the map, okay? This is our India's political map. We can locate our country here, and our neighbors are Pakistan, Afghanistan is here. In the northwest region, China, Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan in the north region, and also the Sri Lanka and the Maldives in the east, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the north region also. So I think you can see this in our map. This is India's map, and India sharing her neighborhood with these countries, okay? So let me conclude. These are the important topics we deal with today. So I repeat, the topics are our size and location, our world economy, and also our neighboring countries, trade and commerce. So I think it is better you should write down some questions in order to understand whether you obtain these concepts or not. So dear students, let us write down some questions and try to find out the answer for that, okay? So the questions are, the first question. The first question is, explain about the size and location of India. The second question is, write a short note for the title India's trade with the world. So students, hope you get the concept today. So thank you. Have a nice day.